Everybody, my name is Andy Raynak. I made a post on Facebook today about how to make a rice noodle bowl similar to the Mr. Noodles noodle bowl, but making it 10 times more nutritional and 10 times better in flavor. So here's how we do it. Okay, so here's the ingredients I'm going to use. If you want to make it basic and you want to make it at very low cost, you can just stick to peas and carrots. I bought this at the superstore for $4, so that's not very much. For that, I like to add fresh ingredients on top of the frozen peas and carrots. You can also use like a corn mixture. There's like beans, corns, carrots, peas. You can use that kind of mixture for this. It's about the same price at any supermarket pretty much. So these are the fresh ingredients that I'm going to use. These are Knorr brand chicken, like OXO style cubes. These do have MSG in them, but they are very cheap. They're 99 cents a pack. You might want to buy something that doesn't have MSG in it. This is what I have with me available today, but 1 cube is literally very low cost as well, and that's all you need to make this. So we're going to start off. I'm just going to cut up these vegetables. Actually, what we'll do is we'll finish, if we can scroll over here, 3 cups of water I used for one of these OXO cubes, even though it only asked for like 2. So 3 cups of water. We'll get the heat turned on and get that to a boil. Now, at this point in time, you're going to wait for it to get to a boil, but you can add these first. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this up. This is orange peppers. You can use a red pepper or whatever kind of pepper you want. Green pepper would probably be too bitter for something like this. Other things you can add to this is a green onion. By the way, this is a chicken OXO cube. Green onion. I find celery is really good at them. You can use any kind of vegetable you want mixed in with these. Again, the cost of your noodle bowl is based on the amount of vegetables that you want to use. Less vegetables, less cost, obviously. So we'll just kind of carve up this broccoli a little bit. I like to keep the stalks in, that's just me. So again, you don't need a lot of vegetables, right? A little bit of everything because you're just making one bowl. It's a single bowl. This right here is a cube of spinach. They come in a bag. Here, let's look in the fridge here for a second. Our crazy fridge full of stuff. This is a spinach that you can buy frozen cubes. You can unthaw them, add them into anything, soups. I put them in lasagna sometimes. How much does those cost? I think they're about $6 per bag, but you get a lot out of it. This is literally a half a cube, so there's not much cost on that, obviously. So right here is all the ingredients we need for our noodle bowl, basically. I like to add a little bit of garlic powder for flavor, as well as, oh, look at this over here, a clove of garlic, which has amazing nutritional value, and you want to put in fresh. And if you mix a clove of garlic with chicken stock, it doesn't overpower the chicken stock or the noodle bowl whatsoever. I'll stop there. Okay, so here's the main ingredient. These are rice noodles, obviously, a really thin cut. These have a great texture. They're very delicious. These are from the dollar store. And if you look at the ingredients, I don't know if you can see this or not, but rice flour, cornstarch, and water. That's all that's in this. It's just regular rice noodles. You can get them at the dollar store. They're $2 a pack. And you can get, I think it's a total of 6 noodle bowls, like 6 good sized noodle bowls, bigger than the Mr. Noodles noodle bowls out of one of these. So these things come in beds. Now, half a bed, you almost got to pull them apart. They're kind of messy. You can use scissors to cut them or something. But a half a bed makes like a good sized noodle bowl that's going to fill you up for lunch. So that's all we need right there. The fact that you can get these noodles that cheap at a dollar store or somewhere like that makes it well worth it to begin with. Okay, so we're going to go over here. And so now we're going to add, our water's to a boil, 3 cups of water. We're going to add the OXO cube. And we are just going to mix it in with the wooden spoon that's right here. Alright, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit though. I don't want it blazing. So, I mean, the OXO cube is going to mix in and dissolve quickly. So at this point in time, we're going to add the rest of our veg. So, I don't know, I guess I'll make a measurement here. I would say about half to 3/4 of a cup peas and carrots. If you're not adding more vegetables, you might want to use a full cup. Again, that makes it a cheaper meal in your overall cost. So I'm going to put that back, and here's the rest of our ingredients here. I'm just going to add all these other vegetables, and this makes it more hearty and a little more filling. So we got our spinach in there and our garlic in there. Just two things that are very good. And we'll bring this back up to a boil. Cover that for a minute, get that back up to a boil. You can stop right there. Okay, so it's up to a boil. We're gonna add our noodles. Again, these take about 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. It says about anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes on the pack, but I find they're a little bit better after about 6-7 minutes. So those are starting to boil. So at this point I like to add, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit now that it's at a constant boil. I like to add a little bit of garlic powder. Garlic powder gives it a little bit of body. The fresh garlic will give it a little bit of body, but adding garlic powder will give it just a more bold flavor in general. A little bit of pepper. Not lots, obviously you don't want to overpower it with pepper. Now, as this is a chicken one, I used to really like the spicy chicken noodle bowls that the Mr. Noodle Company used to make. But again, since they're not great for you, we're making our own here. So, these are crushed chili peppers. You don't want to put a lot of these in here, just a pinch. Okay? So a pinch of those, and then boom, there's your spicy noodle bowl ready to go. You can add whatever else you want to it. Any other vegetables. If you want to put some herbs in there, like some basil, like a little pinch of basil, or you want to put some parsley in there for color, you can do that as well. So yeah, so that's ready to go. Finish boiling, and we'll get to the finished product here. Okay, you can stop. Alright, so here's the finished product. It's been boiling for about 6.5 minutes. I like to pour the whole thing in here, into the bowl. And there it is. That's pretty much it. Looks good there. You got your multiple vegetables. You got garlic in there. You got spinach in there. It's a decent hearty meal for sure. If you want to make it an even bigger meal, you can spruce it up. You can add chicken to it. If you're going to do a beef one, you can add beef to it. But yeah, that pretty much does it. Hope that was helpful. See you next time.